So today we're going to be learning how to create digital magazine covers in the style of artist Andrea Robescu. So as you can see from her images here, she layers pre-existing magazine covers, so with a model already there, with whimsical drawings and collaged imagery using lots of bright colours. I instantly thought of Mexican folk art when I saw this and thought it would be a really nice artist to link those two skills together. So when you open your Google Slides, you will see that you have an image already there of Frida Kahlo, and that is who I would like you to create your edit of. So I'm going to be demonstrating today, thinking specifically about how we can use Mexican-inspired imagery and colours to edit an interesting magazine cover. Okay, so I'm going to start by accentuating the shape of her face. And to do this, I'm clicking on Insert and going to Line, clicking on the curve. So I'm drawing that line now along the edge of her face, clicking at every contour to make sure that it's completely following that curved line, double click when I'm finished, and I'm then going to line colour, choosing my custom colour and thickening that line also. And then to create her eyebrow shape, I'm using that curve tool, drawing in the same way around her eyebrows and filling with the red colour. I'm then going to replicate that on the left side. And then to create some eyelashes, I'm going into shape and choosing the rectangle, where I'm going to draw each eyelash underneath her eye. I can click on the fill option here, and if I'm not happy with the colours there, go on custom, where I can choose the exact colour that I would like. Okay, so with my eyelashes now highlighted, I'm going to think more about specific Mexican shapes that I could add. The first things that stand out for me is the use of nature in Mexican art. So I'm going to want to add some abstract leaves and flowers. I'm going to go back to that curve tool, where I'm going to design my own abstract flower shapes. And I'm going to stick to the colour scheme that I have created, giving that a bold outline, and then rotating that shape. But if I wanted that to be a little bit more highbrow, if I wanted to try to create some tone in the flower, I can copy and paste that shape, make the top one a little bit bigger so that it layers over those back petals, and then go back to custom, where I'll still be on that yellow tone, and just make it a little bit darker in the front. And the same for the yellow outline. And that will create an instant 3D effect on the flower. I'm just going to copy and paste those shapes, repeating them along the bottom and aligning them centrally. Now I want to create some leaves to go behind those flowers, so I'm going to shape, choosing that teardrop option, and then creating a custom green colour and ordering them to the back so that they sit nicely behind each of the flowers. To add detail to the leaves, I'm going to go to the scribble tool, where I'm going to create some little veins along the middle of each of the leaves. I'm going to choose a lighter green colour and just thicken up that line density. I'm now going back to Insert and selecting the Curve tool to create some abstract flowers along her hairline. So I'm drawing those out, filling them in pink, and then creating a bold red outline. I'm going to alternate the colours with blue and white and use the circle at the top of each selected flower to rotate and then resize. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to look at the artist's work again, and I think this time I'm going to replicate some of the text that I can see in here. And I'm going to think of keywords that link to Frida Kahlo, the way that she is perceived as a person. I'm going to insert a text box and start with the word artist. And I'm then going to look for a font that I think would blend nicely with what I've already created. And if there's not one there that I'm happy with, I can scroll to the top and click more fonts. I'm going to look specifically at the handwriting fonts and then change the size of my font accordingly. And looking at that colour in there, I think it needs to be darker as it's blending slightly with that light background. And finally then I'm going to go to Insert, Line and Scribble, where I'm going to create a border to frame the image that I've created. And once I've drawn that squiggly line, I'm going to change the colour to yellow thicken those lines up and copy and paste them, layering them again with a darker layer on top so that they have a 3D effect. And that's the final image.